Well, students, class 7th. Now, today we are going to discuss about the third chapter of geography, the changing face of the earth. Changing face of the earth means that different forces go on changing the surface of the earth, which take place every minute. Some forces, like earthquakes and volcanoes, occur beneath the crust of the earth. Some other forces include weathering, erosion, etc., are responsible for bringing about changes on the earth's surface. The forces that cause the changes are many. There are many forces which are being the cause of the changes. They come from deep within the earth as the internal forces which form mountains, plateaus, plains, rising and sinking of coastal plains, movement of continental blocks, etc. These internal forces are known as endogenic forces, which are earth movement, earthquake, and volcanoes. These are sudden and slow forces which bring visible changes on the earth's surface. The other forces are external or exogenic forces, such as changes in atmospheric condition in rivers, glaciers, sea waves, and winds. So now the Earth's movement. The Earth's movement bring about vast changes originate from within the Earth are called tectonic movement. These movements cause differences in elevation on the surface of the earth. On the surface of the earth, there are two types of these movements: vertical movement and horizontal movement. During a vertical movement, a portion of the earth's surface rises, creating a broad flat arc and also a wide shallow basin. Plateaus are formed in this manner. These are actually portions of the earth that have risen above the surrounding portion due to uplift and horizontal movement, which are usually take place where the crust is weakest. In case of compression force is strong, the arches are folding. Folding of the Earth's horizontal strata leads to formation of mountains. The phenomena of folding can be easily understood by the example of a thick carpet laid on a smooth floor. The Himalayas are an example of a folded belt. The same is true for the Karakoram and Hindu Kush ranges. Fold mountains have a series of ranges that run parallel to the main range. Since the mountain ranges are steep and uneven, the rivers flowing through them are swift flowing and from rapids and waterfalls on their downward journey. Faulting. Faulting is caused due to tension. When horizontal forces act in the opposite direction away from a given point or plane, the intense tensional forces can develop cracks or fractures in the earth's crust. The displacement of the strata can be vertical or horizontal or a combination of both. Faults are common in all parts of the earth but in large number in the fold mountains. Faulting may form a variety of relief feature like host, that is known as block mountains, rift valleys, etc. A rift valley is formed between two parallel faults. Parts of Narmada and Tapi valleys in India are the rift valleys. The movement of earth's crust causing uplift, subsidence, folding, and faulting are slow and continue for a long time. Earthquakes. When lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates. The vibration can travel all around the earth. These vibrations are called earthquakes. The place in the crust where the movement starts is called the focus. The place on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. As the vibrations travel outwards from the epicenter in the form of wave, the greatest damage is usually caused to the areas closest to the epicenter. This is called an earthquake. An earthquake can be measured with the help of a machine called seismograph, and the magnitude or intensity of an earthquake is measured by the Richter scale. The number on this scale ranges from 0 to 9. Earthquakes of magnitude 7 and above are very destructive and cause heavy damage to life and property. What causes an earthquake? Where we live, that is the top surface of the earth called crust, but deep below the earth it is very hot. The crust of the earth has cracks in it called the faults. The moving land masses sometimes bump against each other, causing the land to shake. This results in an earthquake. Effects of earthquake. Earthquake can displace the crust of the earth to uplift and subside. They can result in landslide and avalanches in mountain areas. They can be seen as the destruction of towns and cities, falling of buildings, damaging roads and communication links, bursting of pipelines, etc. Thereafter, volcanoes, natural opening in the earth crust through which molten material, rocks, ashes, gases, etc., are thrown out are called volcanoes. The opening through which molten rock or lava comes out is called vent of volcano. The funnel-shaped depression at the top of the vent is called crater. Most of the active volcanoes of the world are located in the circular belt around the Pacific Ocean known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. Some volcanoes are also found in the Mediterranean Sea and the Caspian Sea known as the Mid-World Mountain Belt. Thereafter, volcanoes and landforms. Deposition and cooling of lava around the mountain lead the formation of volcanic cones or hills. Sometimes lava can come out through a crack or fault and called fissure eruption. Lava ejected by volcano can be thick or thin in nature. Such volcanoes are common in Hawaii Island. No doubt, volcanic eruptions of explosive nature are harmful to a nearby human settlement, plant, and animal life. Thereafter, types of volcanoes. There are three types of volcanoes: active volcano, dormant volcano, and extinct volcano. Active volcano, a volcano in which continuous volcanic activities occur and eruption can take place at any time, is called an active volcano. The example of this active volcano is Mauna Loa and Kilauea in Hawaii and Etna in Italy. And in India, it is found on Barren Island in the Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. Thereafter, dormant volcanoes. Volcanoes that have not erupted for a long time but have chances of eruption are called dormant volcanoes. The example of such volcanoes are the example of such volcano is Mount Vesuvius of Italy, extinct volcano. Volcano that have not erupted for at least 2 million years and are not likely to erupt at all are called extinct volcano. Mount Kilimanjaro is an example of this. Thereafter, hotspots. Hotspots are usually located where the heat of the Earth's mantle creates a column of hot molten material that rises until it reaches the crust. The temperature melts the rocks in the crust, forming pipes through which magma can be released to the surface. The Hawaiian island have many such volcanoes. Thank you. This chapter is over.